one of the main reasons why I decided to join the Mental Fitness Network is to learn from other fitness professionals why and how they are able to stay so long in their fields without getting burned out and giving up easily.
Yeah, and I think that's an issue, clearly. We have a 12-month attrition rate, so people drop out of the profession very quickly all the time, and it weakens our industry when we have that. I appreciate you saying that. So tell me about your experience in the pilot program. What stood out to you about that 5 weeks that we did?
The pilot program has been a good experience and an eye-opening to me. I was able to listen and hear from other fitness professionals from different specialty. Some are doing senior fitness, some are doing rehab, some are doing group fitness. So I'm able to learn from them as well what worked with them and what didn't work with them so that we would not easily fall into the same mistakes that they have been faced for over the years. So it has really been a very humbling experience to be a mentor and a mentee at the same time, because none of us have all the answers. And the mistakes that I've made in the past could possibly be a stepping stone for some other future mentees so that they do not need to make the same mistake I've made. So I've learned a lot of those things from my fellow colleagues who joined the pilot project.
Tell me a little bit too about you're so passionate about your work internationally, Ryan. And I think it's good to know that our industry is not just in the United States, it's worldwide and growing in other parts of the world. Can you speak about like your work related to that and how important this is to that work?
Yeah, that is definitely a very passionate topic for me as an international educator. I am originally from Malaysia, a former British colony. I came to this country as an international student about 30 years ago, and I picked up personal training seriously about 10 years ago, and then got certified through NASM. So I would go back to Malaysia at least 2 or 3 times a year to work with schools, work with community, and to promote wellness as a lifestyle. When I found out about this fitness mentor program, it is just a very good opportunity for me to and expand this mental fitness program to the other part of the world, because people in Southeast Asia, they can use a lot of this program in order for them to understand that wellness is everybody's responsibility. It's not just a fitness professional.
Yeah. And I have spent some time in Malaysia myself, and I noticed that it felt like it's just much newer over there in terms of the formalization of the industry. And there's a big thirst for learning and knowledge. Can you speak a little bit about that, kind of the state of where fitness is in Malaysia and in conjunction to how you see it in your time here in the States and how developed it is here? What do you tell us about that?
Yeah, fitness in Malaysia, I would say it is growing in a good rate. National Academy of Sport Medicine, American Council on Exercise, these are the two brand fitness bodies that are operating very much in Malaysia by giving certification and getting people involved in healthy lifestyle. But I would say that the area of mentoring is still very lacking. People are very competitive. They are afraid that if they were to share their secret success, they will have less clients compared to the next G. So I believe that there's always a secret kind of a thing that people don't want to share. So when I get to learn about this fitness mentor network, I believe that this is something that I can bring back to Malaysia, because at the end of the day, people would join our program not because whether we are a national brand name or our price is cheap, because we care about them. And through this fitness mentor network, we learn more when we share our brain and our hearts together.
You know, what's interesting, you said in Malaysia, there's a competitive aspect to it. And it's the same here, though. It's literally the same thing. I wonder why that mentality persists, not just in the US, but almost globally. Why is there such a competitive nature of it when we know that so many people need help? Um, What do you think that is?
I think it's just the nature of human being all over the world, survival of the fittest. They're afraid that once I let go of few of my tools and my secret recipe, I won't be able to get new businesses. I think I live in a principle that I hold on dearly from the Bible. It says that the generous soul will prosper. He who prospers others will be refreshed. I always believe that whether you are a Christian or not a Christian, this principle applies. When we help others generously, I believe that somehow along the way, people will come back to us because at the end of the day, people will not look at us as NASM or ACE Fitness or ISSA. They will see us who we are. And I believe that this fitness mentor network that we are launching now is bringing that message to reinvent what fitness is all about.
I love that. Man, I love that. That's so on time. I think it's something that feels very native to me, but I think you're right. I think it's very much embedded into human nature, the sense that I have to keep the things that I know, maybe my business secrets. I can't share these things. And I think we almost have to teach people how to have that mentality because it's not a natural state for a lot of people. It's I have my it's we're territorial. We're very tribal in how we operate in almost anything. And so I think it's going to be a journey to help people understand when you share your knowledge, when you care about others, and people see you as a light, then they feel permission to become a light too to other
Right.
people. But it's hard to overcome.
Yeah. We need a constant reminder. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we do need a constant reminder because it's just not a natural state
Yeah.
for people to be in. So, how do you see yourself as we move forward into this fitness mentor network? How do you see yourself operating within it? What do you feel like you're going to contribute the most, Ryan, to this?
I believe one area that I could contribute is to encourage our Western world fitness professionals to expand their horizon beyond this country because we live in a global village right now. Just like you and I, we are talking, we are probably like a few thousand miles away, and we could be like 10,000 miles away, and we can impact someone without going to their country by having this fitness mentor program. So my experience and your experience could be different, but when we come together, we're able to learn from one another. So I'm very fortunate for internet, even though I'm not a technology savvy person. I'm able to impact schools and coaches in Malaysia right now in my living room and share with them the things that I am doing for fitness, mental health, show them some demonstration. So I just want to encourage our Western world professional that they can expand the horizon to touch someone's life in the remote jungle in Africa or in Asia. And that might not be a very profitable program, but it gives you a very lasting, satisfying impression that you touch someone's life.
Man, that's amazing. Yeah, I think we are a global world more than ever. We're no longer a time where different civilizations operate in isolation. We now operate where a lot of people know, at least surface wise, what's going on in other parts of the world. But there's still a much deeper thing going on in different parts of the world. Like I would have never known anything about Malaysia until I went there. And I was so struck. I went to Kuala Lumpur and I was so struck by all the prayer calls during the day and just the multitude, the diversity of people there. I saw people from all different ethnicities, religious backgrounds, and it was beautiful. Actually, it was really amazing and very crowded. It was very crowded. The motorcycles, everybody on the bikes. I was like, wow, this feels dangerous a little bit. You know?
Yeah. It's just 2 inches separation between one car to another.
Yeah, I was like, and then I saw people standing on the street waiting. I was like, wait a minute, why are people standing in the middle of the street? Like it just the bikes going. I said, wow, what a different world. What an incredible world. And I was introduced to durian fruit there too, actually. I was, I was like, whoa, okay. But it's eye opening. I think the more exposure we get to other cultures, other ways of living, how people live, how people pray, how people love, how people care, it helps us to be better humans. And conveyors of the human experience. So I really appreciate that. You were very focused on that, Wine. I really
Thank you so
appreciate it.
much for giving me this opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Listen, Wine is part of this fitness mentor network in conjunction with IDEA, Health and Fitness Association. And February 27th is our first 12, it's our first program, which is a 12-month program. And then March 25th, we have our specialty cohort, which is a marketing. All fitness professionals need marketing help quite a bit. And Wine's part of our amazing pilot group and is on our meetings and helping us to build this. Wyan, thank you so much. Appreciate you. And we'll be in touch, of course.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this opportunity.